Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Daily Crow. I'm Chris Phillips of the Spurs Up Show, coming to you live. Going to talk about the key matchups for Saturday's game. Gamecocks taking on UNC at Bank of America Stadium. Going to talk about my three key matchups that I think will go a long way in deciding the winner of the Gamecocks game on Saturday. Before we get into all of that, this is a broadcast presented to you by our friends over at SeatGeek. SeatGeek, the best ticket buying app by far, the only ticket buying app I use, the only one I'd recommend. Go download the SeatGeek app or go to SeatGeek.com. Use the promo code SPURSUP. You're going to save $10 off your first purchase. If you need tickets to the Gamecocks game on Saturday at Bank of America Stadium, please, they have tickets still available. Trust me, I've looked. Go check them out. Get your tickets through SeatGeek. Also, any other sporting events, whether it be NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, concerts, comedy club events. It doesn't have to be sports. Anything you need your tickets to. Go through my friends over at SeatGeek. Again, go download the SeatGeek app or go to SeatGeek.com. They have a great ticket rating system there for you. You will never overpay for tickets again. They actually rate the tickets for you based on their ticket rating scale. So you know if you're getting a really, really good deal, you know if you're getting a steal, if you're getting ripped off. You have that peace of mind before you click the buy button. SeatGeek does all the work for you. They make the ticket buying process super simple, super easy. So again, that's our friends over at SeatGeek. Go to SeatGeek.com or download that SeatGeek app. Use the promo code SPURSUP, that's SPURSUP, to save $10 off your first purchase. All right, like I mentioned, I want to talk about the key matchups for Saturday's game. Obviously, Gamecocks taking on UNC, 3:30 at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. A lot of people have been asking me, Chris, what is there to know about North Carolina? I'm going to give you sort of an inside look here at the three key matchups that, again, I think will go a long way in determining this game on Saturday. And the first one I want to talk about is on the line of scrimmage. You're going to notice line of scrimmage is very much a theme here in these key matchups. And I want to start with defensive lineman Javon Kinlaw against running back Javonte Williams. From UNC, I fully expect to come out and try to establish the run early due to them starting a true freshman quarterback. I think UNC will come out and try to establish the run. Williams was a guy, as a freshman a year ago, who was very solid for UNC, and people are expecting him to be their number one running back. He averaged 5.2 yards per carry. Again, I think North Carolina will come out, will try to establish the run early and try to run the ball often if they can find some success. A guy like Javon Kinlaw, someone that I've talked about all offseason long. Everyone's been talking about him, a guy that could be a potential first-round NFL draft pick, has transformed his body, is a guy that really anchors the interior of the Gamecocks defensive line. He is someone I've talked about all offseason that was good a year ago but was inconsistent, needs to find his way this year, needs to get off to a good start, and what better way to do so than holding Javonte Williams at bay in this game. I think he'll have the opportunity to do that. I think the Gamecocks will plan to sell out on the run, if you will, stack the box, and make a guy like Sam Howell, the quarterback at UNC, just prove that he can beat him with his arm. But I expect a guy like Javon Kinlaw, that's going to be a big matchup inside. Can Javon Kinlaw get the edge there and help the Gamecocks stop the run on Saturday? My second key matchup, center Hank Meanos against defensive tackle Jason Strowbridge. Strowbridge, a guy who's a senior this year for UNC, 5.5 sacks a year ago. He's a very underrated player. Meanwhile, Hank Meanos making just his second career start at the center position. And a guy, Hank Meanos, that, listen, we saw him in the Belk Bowl against Virginia. Was not great. Got pushed around, got shoved around. From everything I've heard, though, he has put on weight. Obviously, a guy that came in a little bit undersized just because he was a wrestler in high school, put on a lot of weight, has really transformed his body as well, everything you're hearing. Obviously, he has locked down the starting center position. That was a position battle between him and a few others. Hank Meanos had locked that down. I think much of the offensive production Saturday is going to come from if Hank Meanos has a good game. I think Hank Meanos needs to play well for this offense to play well. The center position, you guys will probably be hearing tomorrow on the Spurs Up Show. I was able to talk with Andy Boyd, former Gamecocks tight end, about the importance of offensive line play, center play, the role the center has. And a lot of the common fan doesn't understand, but the center has a lot of impact on the offensive line, making the checks, making the calls. I guess best case scenario or a good thing for the Gamecocks is if Menos can't get the job done, you can always put Donnell Stanley back to center. But to me, you need Menos just to set the tone for the season, have a good game against UNC. And Jason Strowbridge is a guy, if he doesn't, he will make him pay. Again, 5.5 sacks a year ago. So again, winning on the inside, both defensively and offensively, will go a long way on Saturday. The Gamecocks getting a win. My final and third key matchup, wide receiver Shi Smith against safety Miles Dorn. Dorn, again, is a true senior. He was tied for the team lead a year ago with 2 interceptions for UNC. Big body guy, 6'2" safety. Obviously, Shi Smith, not quite as big as Dorn is, but Shi, a guy that is looking to replace Deebo Samuel in regards to that playmaking type ability. Again, we've talked about it all offseason. I think a guy like Shi Smith, while Bryan Edwards will be keyed in on very hard, I think Shi Smith, it gives him the opportunity to sort of expose some matchups in the secondary. It should, I think, again, Shi is going to be a guy who should be able to stretch the field, open up big plays for other guys like Bryan Edwards or Trey Smith, Josh Vann. Maybe the tight ends get involved, the running backs even. Shi Smith is that type of player that can make teams pay, can make a big play at any moment. Myles Dorn, obviously a high-quality safety, but I think Shi Smith can win that matchup, win that battle. And it's going to be a key matchup. Will South Carolina be able to stretch the field? Will they be able to go downfield? Will Jake Bentley be able to distribute the ball to Shi Smith, which again should open up, because I would believe that UNC is probably going to double Bryan Edwards. I mean, they know that Bryan Edwards is the Gamecocks' #1 wide receiver. A guy like Shi Smith can do one of two things. Can get his receptions, his yards, his touchdowns because of the attention being directed to Bryan, or he can also direct the attention himself, which is going to open up a guy like Bryan to a one-on-one matchup. So I like these Gamecocks wide receivers and these playmakers on offense. If you get them in one-on-one situations, one-on-one matchups, I think you can have a lot of success. I think this offense can have a lot of success Saturday. And a guy like Shi Smith winning his matchup, having a good game, is going to open up this South Carolina offense and give the Gamecocks offense multiple options as far as what they want to do against UNC. So that's going to do it for my key matchups. Again, defensive lineman Javon Kinlaw against running back Javonte Williams, center Hank Meanos against defensive tackle Jason Strowbridge, and wide receiver Shi Smith against safety Myles Dorn. So that's going to do it for me. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Obviously, the Spurs Up Show with Andy Boyd, like I just mentioned, dropping tomorrow. Other than that, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.